And that's crazy, right? That's a crazy thought to think that you would be 37 times better just by improving 1% every day. We're doing things a little bit more casual today, a little more in a different spot. I've got my mood lighting, I've got my coffee, and today we're going to talk about growth and strategies that you can use to implement true changes in your life. If you've ever felt stuck in that I want to change my life but don't know where to start cycle, I see you. I've been there too, juggling burnout, self doubt, and goals that felt impossible until I discovered Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book didn't just tweak my habits, it rewired how I think about growth. And let me tell you why this matters. I lost 80 pounds. I climbed the corporate ladder by getting 5 promotions in 6 years. I built a life that actually feels aligned with who I want to be. And not because I'm superhuman and have a crazy amount of motivation. It's actually quite the opposite. I'm literally the nap queen and I am lazy at heart. But it's because I stopped chasing motivation and started building systems that work even when I'm not feeling it. And the best part, you can do this too. Today, I'm breaking down the 6 game changing strategies from Atomic Habits that'll help you create lasting change without the burnout. No guilt, no fluff, just practical steps that fit into your life. Let's dive in. Small habits are greater than bigger goals. Here's the truth: big goals like lose 80 pounds or get promoted, they're exciting, but they're like fireworks. Right for a second, then gone. What actually changes your life? The tiny daily choices is what actually changes your life. Our brains get overwhelmed by huge goals. Small habits are easy to start and you can't talk yourself out of them. Think of them as training wheels for transformation. For the benefit, you get momentum. James Clear says you fall to the level of your systems, not your goals. So instead of aiming to read a book a week, commit to 5 minutes of reading daily. Missing a day? No biggie. The next day, you're already ahead because you didn't quit. Over time, those 5 minutes turn into chapters, and suddenly you're a reader. And that's how you become the person who achieves the big goals. I've talked about this before, but I just want to reiterate that small changes add up. 1% better every day is how you should commit to your growth. Let's talk math for a second. If you improve just 1% daily, by the end of the year, you're 37 times better. And that's crazy, right? That's a crazy thought to think that you would be 37 times better just by improving 1% every day. Growth isn't about grand gestures, it's about stacking micro wins. Your brain loves progress, even if it is tiny. And you build a winning streak mindset by doing this. If you want to move more, skip the hour-long gym guilt spiral. Just walk for 15 minutes. Are you exhausted? That's okay. Your future self will thank you just for showing up. Over time, those 15 minutes become 30, then a daily ritual. Small wins aren't small, they're the foundation of massive change. I utilized this strategy to lose 80 pounds in my life. Last year, when I was overweight, I was obese, my feet were cracking, I had a plethora of health issues, but I hated the gym, though I hated dieting more. So, what I did is I started going to the gym and I committed to 15 minutes every day. And by the time I got there and I went through my 15 minutes, because I had the mindset of, oh, I could leave whenever I want, it actually made me look forward to going to the gym because I wasn't thinking like, oh, I have 30 minutes left. Oh, I have an hour left. I only committed to 15 minutes. If I did any more, then that was a win for me. And over time, I just kept staying at the gym and then I lost that 80 pounds. It dropped off in 10 months. And you're going to want to build your habits around identity. This one hit me like a lightning bolt. Your habits are a reflection of who you believe you are. If you think yourself as someone who doesn't miss workouts, skipping the gym feels like betrayal, not laziness. The benefit to doing this is long lasting change. Instead of saying, I want to save money, reframe it. I'm the kind of person who makes smart money choices. Even budgeting $5 a day reinforces that identity. And here's the kicker: when you act as if, for example, like cleaning a house like it's someone else's, you trick your brain into making it true. Fake it till you make it is a real saying that applies in your life and can help you create better habits for you. Now, there's something called the habit loop. It's your brain's favorite shortcut. And here's the secret: all habits follow the same pattern. Think of it like a loop. You have a cue, something that triggers you, like waking up in the morning. You have a craving. I know we've all had those before, but that's where you feel a need, maybe boredom or desire for stimulation. For that response, you wake up, you need stimulation, so you start scrolling through TikTok for 20 minutes. Well, we've all been there. And then that reward is that dopamine hit from the funny videos or the juicy drama. This loop is why doom scrolling becomes automatic. Your brain says, hey, this feels good. Let's do it every day. What if you turn that same scenario from morning scrolling into morning growth? So, same example, same cue. You wake up, same craving. You want stimulation. But now the response changes. Instead of scrolling through TikTok for 20 minutes, you read 2 pages of a book or you listen to a podcast. The reward, you're still satisfying that craving in your brain for stimulation and you're still getting that dopamine hit, but now you're learning something or feeling inspired. Over time, your brain starts associating waking up with growth instead of a distraction. You're not fighting your instincts, you're redirecting them towards something that matters to you. Habits are about energy, not motivation. Motivation fades and nobody's motivated 24/7. Even I'm not motivated 24/7, and I've dedicated a channel towards motivation. But if you design a habit that's easy and rewarding, you'll stick with it even on days where you feel lazy. The benefit: progress without pressure. You're still getting that hit of satisfaction, but it's helping you build a better life, which is what we all want for ourselves. And make life easy on yourself. Let's face it, we're all a little lazy sometimes. I'm especially a little lazy sometimes. I just love to sleep. I love to lay in bed. I love to scroll on TikTok, but I choose not to. The trick, though, is to reduce friction. If you want to work out more, lay out your clothes the night before. If you want to journal daily, keep a notebook and a pen right next to your bed. If you want to eat healthier, pre-chop your veggies or delete the food delivery apps. But if it's effortless, your brain defaults to doing it. Friction kills good intentions. If a habit feels like a chore, you're going to skip it. But if it's effortless, your brain defaults into doing it. The benefit: you have less decision making. You're not fighting yourself to feel motivated. You're just following the path of least resistance toward your goals. Now, for the next strategy, your environment is your secret weapon. Your surroundings shape your habits a lot more than you think. For example, I used to work in my living room, and every notification, every snack or pet sidetracked me, especially now that I have chickens in my living room. Then I moved my desk to my bedroom, and now when I sit there, my brain knows that it's time to focus. You want to apply this strategy everywhere. If you want to eat better, don't keep chips in the pantry. If they're not there, you can't grab them. If you want to save money, delete the shopping apps. Out of sight, out of mind. If you want to move more, set a timer to stand up or stretch every hour. Your space should cheerlead you. If your environment supports your goals, you're going to win without even trying. The right choice becomes the easy choice. Now, the real truth about change: you don't need to do more. You need to do less, but better. Pick one strategy. Maybe today you prep your workout clothes. Next week you swap TikTok for a podcast. Small tweaks compound because habits aren't about grand gestures. They're about consistency. And the benefit: you build a life that fits you, not one that you have to force yourself through. And let's get real for a second. We've all been there, scrolling for just one more tip, chasing motivation like it's a limited time offer, or feeling like we're not doing enough. But here's what I've learned: true change isn't about doing more, it's about focusing on what matters and sticking with it and letting the small, consistent steps rewrite your story. If you're tired of burnout and you're ready to build habits that actually stick, habits that feel like a warm hug from your future self, then let's start today. Pick one strategy from this video, just one. Try it out, even if it's a little messy, even if you forget, even if you're not feeling it. That's the whole point. Systems work when motivation falters. And I'm here for you. Every week, I'm showing up to help you grow into the best version of yourself. not just for today, but for the life you've always wanted. If that sounds like something you deserve, hit that subscribe button. Let's make this a space where you feel seen, supported, and inspired, even on the days where you doubt yourself. And if this video lit a spark, share it with someone who needs that same push. Maybe they're stuck in the same cycle, thinking that their goals are out of reach. You could be the reason they take their first step. Come back next week and tell me how it went. I want to hear your wins, your stumbles, and everything in between. Because this isn't just a channel, it's a community of people who refuse to settle. People who believe in a life that fits them, not the other way around. You've got dreams that keep you up at night, and I'm betting on you. Let's make them happen. See you next time.